What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We need to talk about what happened this past Halloween because things got seriously out of hand in Washington, D.C.'s Navy Yard. What was supposed to be a night of fun and festivities turned into a scene of chaos, with a massive fight breaking out, leading to arrests and even a response from the National Guard. Let's break down exactly what happened and why this situation escalated so quickly. It was Halloween night and the Navy Yard neighborhood was buzzing. It's a popular spot, packed with restaurants and bars, and a lot of people were out celebrating. Eyewitnesses said the atmosphere was electric, with crowds of people, many in costume, enjoying the evening. But around 9 p.m., that festive mood took a sharp turn. Reports started flooding in about a huge fight involving a large group of young people. We're not talking about a small scuffle here. Videos that later surfaced on social media showed a chaotic scene with dozens, if not hundreds, of teenagers and young adults involved. The situation quickly spiraled out of control. It wasn't just one isolated incident. It seemed like multiple confrontations were happening simultaneously throughout the area. The Metropolitan Police Department, or MPD, responded to the scene, but they were almost immediately overwhelmed by the sheer size of the crowd and the scale of the disorder. The officers who first arrived found themselves trying to manage a volatile situation that was spreading rapidly. This wasn't just a simple case of breaking up a fight. It was about restoring public order to an entire neighborhood that had descended into chaos. As police struggled to get a handle on things, the decision was made to call for backup. And this is where the story takes a significant turn. The DC National Guard was activated to assist the police. Now, seeing military personnel in fatigues deployed on city streets is not a common sight, and it speaks volumes about the severity of the situation. Their role was primarily to support the MPD and crowd control, helping to establish a perimeter and guide people out of the area safely. The presence of the National Guard alongside a heavy police force was a clear indicator that authorities viewed this as a major public safety incident. The combined efforts of the MPD and the National Guard were focused on dispersing the massive crowd and de-escalating the numerous fights. It was a challenging task. Think about it. A dark night, a packed area, people in costumes making identification difficult, and high emotions running rampant. Officers formed lines to push the crowds back, block off streets, and slowly but surely regain control of the neighborhood. Local businesses, many of which were full of patrons, were forced to lock their doors for safety, with some staff and customers sheltering in place until the all-clear was given. So, what was the outcome of all this? In the end, police confirmed that 5 teenagers were arrested. The charges varied, but they were related to the public disturbance and the altercations that took place. While 5 arrests might seem like a small number given the size of the crowd, it's often difficult to make numerous arrests in such a chaotic, fast-moving environment. The priority for law enforcement in these situations is often dispersal and restoring order, rather than mass arrests, which could further inflame the situation. Now let's talk about the why. Why did this happen? This is the question on everyone's mind. While there's no single simple answer, several factors likely contributed. Large, unorganized gatherings of young people, especially on a high-energy night like Halloween, can sometimes be a recipe for trouble. When you add social media into the mix, which can be used to coordinate meetups and sometimes escalate rivalries, you have a potent combination. We've seen similar incidents in other cities, where large, informal gatherings organized via social media apps turn chaotic. It's a modern-day challenge for law enforcement. These aren't planned, permitted events. They're spontaneous, and they can grow exponentially in a very short amount of time. One small argument can quickly blow up when you're in a massive, anonymous crowd where social norms can sometimes break down. The community's reaction has been one of shock and concern. Residents of Navy Yard, many of whom are families, were understandably frightened. Business owners are frustrated, not just because of the disruption, but because of the damage to the neighborhood's reputation as a safe and vibrant place. Many have called for a greater police presence during major holidays and events, and for better strategies to manage large, spontaneous crowds. This incident also opens up a broader conversation about youth and community engagement. What leads to a situation where hundreds of young people are involved in a public brawl instead of enjoying a holiday? Are there enough safe, structured activities available for teenagers? It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but it's a conversation that needs to happen. It's not just about policing. It's about community, opportunity, and finding positive outlets for youthful energy. It's also a reminder for all of us about personal safety. When you're in a large crowd, it's crucial to have situational awareness. If you feel a situation is becoming tense or unsafe, the best thing you can do is remove yourself from it immediately. Your safety should always be your #1 priority. Trust your instincts. If a place feels off, it probably is. Looking forward, city officials and the MPD will undoubtedly be reviewing their response to this incident. They'll be looking at what worked, what didn't, and how they can better anticipate and prevent similar events in the future. This could mean changes in policing strategies, more monitoring of social media for potential large-scale meetups, and increased collaboration with community leaders and organizations. The goal for everyone, residents, business owners, and city officials, is to ensure that Navy Yard and other public spaces in DC remain safe for everyone to enjoy. An event like this is a major setback, but it also serves as a critical learning experience. It highlights the challenges of policing in the 21st century and the importance of a multifaceted approach that includes not just law enforcement, but community outreach and engagement as well. It's a stark reminder that the fun of a holiday can be shattered in an instant, and it underscores the responsibility we all have to act in a way that keeps our communities safe. The actions of a group can have a massive impact on an entire neighborhood, and the fallout from that Halloween night in Navy Yard will be felt for some time. That's the breakdown of what happened. It was a chaotic night that required an extraordinary response. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Were you in the area? What do you think needs to be done to prevent something like this from happening again? Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.